Top lab assistant interview questions with answers, essential for job seekers. 1. Why do you want to work as a lab assistant? I am passionate about science and laboratory work. Being a lab assistant will help me gain practical experience. I enjoy supporting research and helping experiments run smoothly. 2. What lab equipment are you familiar with? I'm familiar with microscopes, centrifuges, pipettes, and spectrophotometers. I've also used pH meters and autoclaves. I know how to handle and maintain this equipment safely. 3. How do you handle repetitive tasks? I stay focused by setting small goals throughout the day. I find satisfaction in accuracy and consistency. Repetitive tasks help me perfect my technique. 4. Describe a time when you had to follow strict procedures. In my last lab, we followed specific protocols for sample preparation. I ensured accuracy by carefully reviewing each step. This helped us get consistent results. 5. How do you ensure accuracy in your work? I double-check my measurements and record data carefully. I always calibrate equipment before use. Following protocol helps me maintain accuracy. 6. Have you ever handled hazardous materials? Yes, I've worked with chemicals that require careful handling. I follow all safety protocols and wear the necessary PPE. I'm trained in emergency procedures in case of accidents. 7. How do you handle stressful situations in the lab? I stay calm by focusing on the steps I need to take. I break down tasks and prioritize what's most important. Staying organized helps me manage stress. 8. What do you do if you make a mistake? I immediately report it to my supervisor and correct the error if possible. I review what went wrong to avoid repeating it. Learning from mistakes is important to me. 9. How do you prioritize tasks in a busy lab environment? I list my tasks based on urgency and importance. I focus on time-sensitive tasks first. If needed, I communicate with my team to adjust priorities. 10. Describe your experience with data entry and record keeping. I've entered data manually and digitally, maintaining accuracy throughout. I follow protocols to ensure records are complete and clear. Proper documentation is crucial in the lab. 11. Are you comfortable with laboratory software? Yes, I've used software like LIMS and basic Microsoft Office tools. I can learn new software quickly if needed. Software helps me stay organized and efficient. 12. Describe a time when you worked in a team. During a group project, we collaborated on sample preparation and analysis. We divided tasks based on our strengths. It helped us complete the project on time and with high accuracy. 13. How would you handle a lab accident? I'd first make sure the area is safe. I'd follow emergency protocols, like using a spill kit or first aid. I would also report the incident to my supervisor immediately. 14. What steps would you take to prevent contamination? I wear gloves, use sterilized tools, and work in a clean environment. I also avoid cross-contamination by using fresh equipment when needed. Good lab practices reduce contamination risk. 15. Are you comfortable working with animals? Yes, I follow ethical and safety protocols when handling animals. I understand the importance of their role in research. I treat animals with care and respect. 16. Describe your experience with sample preparation. I've prepared samples for various tests, like microscopy and chemical analysis. I follow procedures to ensure sample integrity. Precision in preparation is key for accurate results. 17. How do you maintain lab cleanliness? I clean workstations and equipment after each use. I dispose of waste properly and follow lab cleaning schedules. A clean lab is essential for safety and efficiency. 18. What safety protocols do you follow in the lab? I always wear PPE, handle chemicals with caution, and use fume hoods if needed. I follow all safety guidelines. Lab safety is my top priority. 19. Describe a challenge you faced in a lab and how you handled it. Once, a sample was mislabeled, leading to confusion. I double-checked other samples and communicated with my team. We quickly identified the mistake and corrected it. 20. Do you have experience with inventory management? Yes, I've managed lab supplies, noting when items need restocking. I keep a record of inventory and inform the supervisor of any shortages. This helps the lab run smoothly. 21. How do you manage time when working on multiple experiments? I create a schedule to balance tasks for each experiment. I monitor timing closely to avoid overlaps. Prioritization is key to staying on track. 22. What do you know about our research lab? I've researched your lab and understand your focus on specific field, e.g., cell biology. I'm excited about your recent work on mention any relevant project. Your lab aligns with my interests in field. 23. What is your experience with calibration? I calibrate equipment regularly to ensure accurate results. For example, I calibrate pH meters before each use. Calibration is essential for consistent and reliable data. 24. How do you stay updated on lab protocols? I read updated manuals and attend any training provided. I ask for guidance if I'm unsure about changes. Staying updated helps me follow best practices. 25. Have you worked with bacteria or other cultures? Yes, I've prepared and maintained bacterial cultures. I use aseptic techniques to avoid contamination. I monitor cultures for growth and follow disposal protocols. 26. What personal qualities make you a good lab assistant? I'm detail-oriented, patient, and organized. I follow instructions carefully and enjoy learning new techniques. I believe these traits are essential in lab work. 27. How would you handle a disagreement with a colleague? I'd listen to their perspective and calmly explain my own. If needed, I'd seek guidance from a supervisor. Open communication is important for resolving disagreements. 28. Are you comfortable standing for long periods? Yes, I'm used to being on my feet during lab work. I understand that lab work requires endurance. I take breaks as needed to stay focused and comfortable. 29. What do you do if you notice something unusual with your results? I double-check my steps and equipment calibration. If it persists, I consult my supervisor. Accuracy in results is essential for reliable data. 30. How do you ensure confidentiality in the lab? I handle sensitive information carefully and follow lab policies. I don't discuss lab work outside of approved contexts. Confidentiality is important in a research setting. 31. How do you approach learning new techniques? I observe or ask for a demonstration, then practice under supervision. I follow each step carefully until I'm confident. Hands-on practice helps me learn quickly. 32. Have you ever worked under a deadline? Yes, I've managed deadlines by organizing my tasks and setting priorities. I stay focused to complete work on time. Deadlines help me stay motivated. 33. How do you manage chemical waste? I follow lab disposal protocols for different types of waste. I label waste containers accurately and arrange proper disposal. Safety and environmental care are essential in waste management. 34. Do you understand lab safety symbols? Yes, I know the symbols for biohazards, chemicals, and electrical hazards. Recognizing these symbols helps me stay alert to potential risks. This knowledge ensures lab safety. 35. How would you respond to a supervisor's feedback? I appreciate feedback as it helps me improve. I listen carefully and make changes as needed. Positive change comes from constructive feedback. 36. What is your experience with lab reports? I've written lab reports documenting methods, observations, and results. I keep reports clear and organized for easy reference. Reports help track progress and findings. 37. How do you stay organized in the lab? I keep my workstation clean and store items in designated places. I label samples and equipment for easy identification. Staying organized improves efficiency. 38. Describe a time you noticed an error and corrected it. I once noticed incorrect labeling on samples. I informed my team and relabeled them to prevent confusion. Correcting the error saved us time and improved accuracy. 39. How do you handle constructive criticism? I view constructive criticism as a chance to improve. I listen and implement suggestions where possible. It helps me become a better lab assistant. 40. What do you enjoy most about lab work? I enjoy the hands-on experience and the discovery process. Lab work allows me to apply scientific principles. It's satisfying to contribute to research outcomes. 41. How do you prepare for an experiment? I review the protocol, gather materials, and calibrate equipment. Preparing helps me work efficiently. Careful preparation is essential for accurate results. 42. What would you do if you disagreed with lab procedures? I discuss my concerns with a supervisor respectfully. Lab procedures are based on experience and safety, so I trust their guidance. Open communication is key. 43. How would you handle a sudden change in procedure? I'd review the new procedure carefully and ask questions if unsure. I adapt quickly and stay open to changes. Flexibility is important in lab work. 44. How would you prioritize tasks with limited time? I'd focus on high-priority tasks first and manage time for each. I stay efficient by organizing tasks clearly. Time management helps me handle busy days. 45. How do you prepare solutions in the lab? I calculate concentrations, measure accurately, and follow the procedure. I mix the solution carefully to ensure consistency. Proper preparation leads to reliable results. 46. What is your approach to labeling samples? I label samples with clear, accurate information, including date and content. I double-check labels to avoid mix-ups. Proper labeling prevents errors. 47. How do you communicate with your team? I communicate openly and clearly, sharing any observations or issues. I ask questions to clarify tasks if needed. Good communication keeps the lab running smoothly. 48. How do you handle sensitive research data? I follow lab policies for data security and only share it with authorized personnel. I keep digital data password protected. Confidentiality is essential in research. 49. How do you stay motivated during long lab shifts? I set small goals and take short breaks to stay focused. I remind myself of the importance of our work. This keeps me energized and productive. 50. What would you do if equipment malfunctioned? I'd stop using the equipment and report it to my supervisor. I'd also follow any troubleshooting steps if safe. Ensuring equipment works properly prevents inaccurate results. Thank you for watching our video on lab assistant interview questions. We're so glad you joined us to learn more about how to ace your next interview and stand out as a candidate in the pharmaceutical field. If you found this content helpful and want to see more tips, interview guides, and industry insights, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with all our latest videos designed to support and enhance your career journey in the pharma industry. Whether it's interview prep, regulatory updates, or skill-building advice, we've got you covered. At Pharmatalks, our goal is to empower professionals like you with the knowledge and tools needed to succeed and grow. So don't forget to hit the notification bell to ensure you're notified whenever we release new content tailored to your career. Thank you again for watching, and best of luck with your interview preparation. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Subscribe now, and let's keep building your pharma expertise together.